Our back-to-school coverage continues now with parents, Danielle, of tweens and teens. One of the many challenges we all face is when do we let our kids get cell phones? Nowadays, it's no longer a matter of if, but when.
And then there's YouTube and social media. When should you start letting your kids share their videos, pictures, and lives with the rest of the world where they can all see it?
A lot of questions. So we went to the experts to get some important safety advice.
I think the best thing you can do is hold off as long as possible, because once they have access, they're out there. And their information's out there.
Jen Jenks is the Assistant Director of Lifespan's Pediatric Behavioral Health Emergency Services. As both a therapist and a mom, she knows that holding off on getting your child a smartphone or connecting to social media is easier said than done.
Unfortunately, what tends to happen, and I've heard this from family after family, is the peer group really drives the demand. And so if one family or two families or three families give in at an early age, then the pressure begins to build for their peer group. So-and-so can do this, how come I can't? So it's a new level of parenting pressure as well.
But there are alternatives. You can stay connected with your kids without having them constantly connected to the internet.
You want to stay connected with your child. You want to know, if he or she needs to be picked up from a game, but you're not willing to commit to a fully equipped smartphone. So we suggest Go Phones. It's already going to have the number of minutes in it. The really basic phones, for example, a flip phone like this one, you're not going to be having any data. This is just going to be calls in or out.
But sometimes just making calls isn't enough for your child. However, with smartphones sometimes come not so smart decisions. Pictures, posts, and videos live forever, and your child could be putting themselves in a dangerous situation without even knowing it.
It's impossible to delete it once it's out there, and it's going to be available for your lifetime once it's out there and you don't have any kind of control of it.
Patrick Laverty is a cybersecurity expert and has some advice for kids that may fall into the many traps that exist online.
So anytime something seems to be free, we often say that if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And quite often there's a little bit more to it than a child might expect. They could accidentally download some kind of programs that are bad for the computer, things that we call malware.
And kids now take a lot more pictures and videos and they want to share them online. YouTube is a popular spot for sharing. But even if they think only the people they want to see that content are seeing it, sometimes private things become public.
If something is unlisted or hidden inside of YouTube, it's not exactly hidden. It just means that you have to know what the URL is to get there. And if that URL gets shared out or somebody is able to guess at it, then it actually is available for others to be able to find it as well.
Another thing to look out for is your children's photos.
Yeah, you got to make sure that the location services for photos is disabled on the phone, so they're not revealing where they are each time they post a picture.
That's right. We'd like you to join the conversation. What do you think the right age is for a child to get a cell phone? When should they allow to start sharing things on social media? Go to our WPRI 12 Facebook page and let us know what you think.
And our back-to-school coverage continues all morning long.
At 7 a.m. on Fox Providence, Cranston Mayor Allan Fung will join us live in studio as his city prepares for its first day of school, which is tomorrow.
And at 8 a.m. on Fox Providence Education Apps, consumer reporter Susan Campbell will show you some great tech tools that can help both you and your child with studying, schedules, and homework.
And at 9 on the Road Show, right here on WPRI 12, Providence Superintendent Chris Marr stops by to talk about the capital city's return to class, which is next week.